I can tell you for free, in Nigeria, you can do everything right and still be wrong because the government itself is wrong. I see a lot of people say things, but sometimes we don't think. You are saying that Nigeria is not safe, but you want to go to America where they are killing people every day. More people die in America every month than die in Nigeria in a year. In Nigeria today, every land belongs to the government. There are three people you cannot fight. You can't fight God, you can't fight government, you can't fight God. But what happened to Landmark is this. Landmark was aware that there's going to be a road. But where his land and his property is, the road is not there. The road is in front. Government now decided that we don't want the road to be in front, we want to move it back.
Hello everyone, welcome to Ask the Guru, your tough questions on real estate. My name is Precious Ochiagha, and this is our very first part of the series. Our guest today is none other than the common sense guru with over 3 decades experience in the real estate industry. Sir, can you briefly tell us a little bit about yourself, just so that people know that?
Well, my name is Olumide Emmanuel. I'm a pastor, I'm a businessman, I'm an apostle in the marketplace. I'm a Nigerian, I'm married with children, and I'm passionate about national and personal transformation. All I want to do is see people transform, both personally, as a family, as organizations, and even as a nation. So.
Oh, thank you, sir. And so sir, they call you the common sense guru. So I want to believe that name coined out of something, and I want to relate it to the real estate part of it. So I don't know if you can tell us a little bit of your history, or how long you've been, just so for the people that do not know you.
Well, my journey in real estate, I think I bought my first land in 1998.
Wow.
1998. And since then, I began to buy and buy. But when it comes to the aspect of business, doing it as a business, started in 2001. So in 2001, we started the first 50 acres estate in Ikorodu. And then we went on and on from 50 acres to 100 acres to 200 acres, and then from one location to the other. Now we have estates in different parts of the country and even in different parts of the world. So wow. It's been a journey.
That is a very, it seems like a very, very long journey. So with the way you spoke about it, it just shows that, you started from somewhere. It was a process before you branched out into different aspects of real estate, which actually brings me to my very first question. So we have so many people that are interested in real estate, youth of our generation, but they are like, it's the rich man's business. So I don't know, how much do you think, how much money do someone need to invest into real estate?
Well, I've come to realize that real estate is the only vehicle of wealth creation that also doubles as a vehicle of wealth retention. So most of the time when people say it's a rich man's business, they need to ask that rich man whether he bought the land when he became rich, or he became rich because he bought the land.
Oh, okay.
So most of the time, those rich people you see, they bought the land. That's why they are rich. So I give you an example now. People see me today and they say, all these people have money. But I told you, 2001, we bought 50 acres. This is 2024. 23 years ago. We bought one plot then for 50,000. One plot now is 10 million. So if I sell 10, I have 100 million of something that I had to wait. So I can decide to say, okay, let me just sell 10 plots this month. I get 100 million. Say, how do these people have all this money? It's not because I created the money. It's because there's something I put money into then that is now producing now. So you can buy land at whatever level you are in. All you need to do is to look for the land that you can afford. So in real estate, we say a city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. So you don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. So if all you have is 500,000, go into a bush somewhere. Go into a village somewhere. Even if it's 200,000, there are still land of 100,000 somewhere in one village.
Yeah.
Go and buy it. In 10 years' time, that village will no more be a village. That's how you become rich and wealthy.
A village today will be.
By the time, how much do they sell iPhone 15 Pro Max? That's more than one plot of land. So how much do they sell the Samsung you are buying? It's more than one plot. All this with people, bone streets and all these lashes and everything. How much do they sell? By the time you put all the money together, you don't buy one plot. You don't buy half plot.
Okay. So please start your city journey with your iPhone 15 Pro Max money. That's what the common sense is telling us right now. Just because we have people that now have heard there's an issue going on now in Lagos. So I just want to ask about the risk of real estate. So when you go into real estate, we have documentations and we have papers that we get. But something is going on in Lagos now that is quite controversial. So we have Landmark Beach, to be precise. For example, we thought he had all his documents, his approvals and everything. So are we saying that after getting my land, after getting my documentation, the government can still come tomorrow and demolish my property?
Okay, well, I'm going to come back to landmark, but let me talk about giving people general understanding.
Okay.
According to the Land Use Act, you are in a country called Nigeria. Every country has rules. In Nigeria today, every land belongs to the government. Every land belongs to the government. That's why they give you certificate of occupancy.
Okay.
Is that we certify you to occupy this place for 99 years. After 99 years, they can come and remove you and do something else with the land. So let's understand that every land belongs to government.
Okay.
Now, there's what we call overriding public interest. So when you buy a land from any family, from any source, you go to the government to perfect your title. Perfecting your title gets to the level of CFO where it is issued to you by the government. If you buy a land that already has a CFO, you do a deed of assignment, then you take it back to the government for what is called governor's consent. For the governor of the state to say, okay, oh, Jane has sold land to John. I am aware and I consent to that transaction. So the document we gave Jane, she has transferred it to John, and we are now aware that John is now the new owner. You need to do that to perfect that title. Once you have done that, when you want to build, you need to do what is called a building approval. You go back to the government to approve. I want to build duplex. I want to build bungalow. They will now say, okay, we permit you to build. They will supervise you, take you throughout the project. If you do all that, you are secure. If tomorrow, government decides that for overriding public interest, they want to use that place, they can move you, but they will pay you.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what it's called compensation. They say, okay, this is your land and your house. Everything is worth 100 million. Take 150. Walk away. Go and look for land in another place because we want to use this place. That's the way it's supposed to be done. That is the law. And that has happened in this country over and over again. So most of the time, most of the problem we have is number one, people bought the wrong land. They were deceived. Somebody told them, there's no problem, don't worry. We said to you, the Nigeria, don't worry. Just somebody, I know somebody. So, and they are not going to come. So they know. I give you a perfect example. Where we are now, if you notice, you see that the generator house and the gate house is separate from the main building.
From the main building, yes.
Those generator houses, those gates, they are under government land. That's not our land. Oh. That power line, there is a law that you need to have what is called a setback from the power line. So all those buildings you see there, the gate house, the wisdom house, they are all on government land. So that's also. So when they want to expand the road tomorrow, they will demolish it. Wow. They are not demolishing our land. We know where our land is. But what people will do is that place that we just put generator house now, they will now go and build mansion. Thinking that now, we have been here now for 24 years. Government has not come. They may never come for the next 70 years. So if I now decide to be deceptive, I can go and build terrace duplexes on that place. Right. And that place can take like 15 terrace. And I will sell it to people. And they will enjoy it. But in 10, 20, 30 years' time, government will come and demolish it. So that is what normally happens most of the time. People bought a wrong land. They got wrong information. They invested in the wrong place. Now, let's now go to Landmark. Landmark has every document. Everything Landmark is perfectly done. State, federal, everything. But what happened to Landmark is this. Landmark was aware that there's going to be a road. But where his land and his property is, the road is not there. The road is in front. Government now decided that we don't want the road to be in front. We want to move it back. So it is government that now changed their mind to move it back. And by moving it back, they are now going to destroy some of his property. Which they will now discuss with him and settle.
So, sir, you're saying there's a settlement going on right now that
of course, yeah. They don't government. People don't. Their settlement. The guy was on TV to talk about it.
Oh, okay.
He came on TV to say, "Look, you push it on. There's no that I'm aware that there is a road. I'm aware. It's not. I have all my documents, everything, and now I'm aware now that they have changed, but they didn't tell us that they have shifted the goalpost. That's when we just got to know that how can you just change both? But we are discussing with them and we are in discussion. So there is no problem. The demolition has taken place, and there will be compensation without doubt.
It's so funny that the wrong or the bad news fly faster
Yes,
than, because
that
I mean, we wouldn't have known about this compensation part, or I didn't even know that he came on TV and spoke
no,
about
he was
the
on TV. He
settlement.
spoke
So
about it. He was
most
on
people
TV.
would not know. All
He
I've
was
been
on
hearing
TV.
is
He spoke about the problem and how that they have all their documentation, that he was aware there is a road, but that where they had the road is not there. But he was not aware. He was hearing that they think they have changed it. They have changed it. He was like, can they change road? Only for them to bring letter to say we are demolishing. You can't demolish. This is not where the road is supposed to be. But now they are now discussing and they are looking into it. So,
but is there any way to avoid something like this?
I can tell you for free, in Nigeria, you can do everything right and still be wrong because the government itself is wrong. Most of the problem, the government is filled with corrupt people. And because of the corruption in the government, in the civil service, you cannot avoid this. Because there are people, I'm telling you for free, this is what I do for a living. You can go to government today, and I have fact and figure with paper. You can go to government today and go and search this land and say, I want to search this place. Is this land free? Government will give you paper from their office that the land is okay. 3 months later, you can go back to the same government. I still have a case now we are dealing with in one of the companies I'm a board chairman. They were there in November. We have the document. The lawyer went to do search. We took coordinates. We did everything. November, we have the document. February now, the people that want to buy from us now said they want to go and search. They went to search and said, no, some of the land is under forest. They said, no, we have the paper. They said, no, they give them another paper. By the time we went back, it has changed. How does it change between November and now? So there are people that sit down in the government office. They know that a place is free. When private sector now goes there, begin to develop, they begin to see our advert on TV, they see our people say, and people in Lokpa won't be, guys, let's do something. They can now go and backdate
their own document
and say it has been acquired. And there are 3 people you cannot fight. You can't fight God, you can't fight government, you can't fight God. So at the end of the day, you need power and money to fight government. You need time. And in this country, I'm sorry to say, there's no justice. So for Nigeria, I will tell you, do all you can do so that you can have your documents in the row. So that at worst case scenario, you can now fight government. It may take you 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, but you win the case. There are people that won cases against government many times once they have all their documents in place.
But with all this that you've explained now, is it still safe? It's looking like the risks are so much. So is it still safe to, in fact, the biggest question right now on the internet is it safe to invest in Lagos?
And that's why many people are poor now, because they are not willing to take risks. It's like people, I see a lot of people say things, but sometimes we don't think. You are saying that Nigeria is not safe, but you want to go to America, where they are killing people every day. More people die in America every month than die in Nigeria in a year. They do, yeah, because we want to go to America. They are shooting people in school. Have you gone to hear that they are shooting people in school? Yeah, but you people still want to go to America because people develop their country. Nigeria is not a perfect country. Lagos is not perfect. But we must make sure that in order for us to move forward, we do the right things in the right way at the right time, so that at least we are protected legally. So that when the government is in error, we can now have a legal ground to fight. Most of the people shouting on social media, they can never go to court. Why? They don't have documents. They know. The social media thing they are doing is to whip up sentiment. But they cannot do anything, because when you go to court, it's document. It's not there, I thought, I felt, I wish, I hope. No. Do you have a document? Most of those developers that are selling those houses, just like I gave you an example of here now, they know that the land is under acquisition. They know. They know that some of those land are on the wrong place. But they want to quickly sell and go out. I give you another perfect example. Just 2 days ago, on our platform, somebody put a property there. 4 flats in Ebejuleki for 35 million. 4 flats. 4 flats in Ebejuleki for 35 million. So what I say, they say it's distress sale that is worth 75 million, but the person needs money urgently.
75 million.
From 75 to 35. I say, So I send the message to my guy. I say, please, this thing looks suspicious. It may be one of the houses they want to demolish. The person wants to quickly sell off and carry money and face America or face one country. I say, go and help me investigate. As I'm telling you now, for the past 2 days, they have been calling those numbers. They say, no, it's not me. It's one other person that I saw it. We have not been able to get somebody to validate that true, there's a house to sell. And they put video, so possibly they are just looking for who to scam. So these things are out there. Do your due diligence. But in Lagos, if you want to make money, you need to invest in real estate. So don't let anybody deceive you that Lagos this, Lagos that. Look, Lagos is safe. Anybody that wants to make money, you must be willing to take risk. But make sure your risk is calculated and informed.
Yes, that's actually the next question I wanted to ask. So if you are saying we can't avoid the risk, are there any tips you have on like how we can manage or
Okay, so
like
there are
possible solutions?
when it comes to risk, there are a few things you can do with risk. Number one, you can transfer your risk.
Okay.
Number two, you can avoid the risk. Number three, you can manage the risk. And then number four, you can confront the risk. So anything you want to do, number one, do your due diligence. Get professionals involved. Instead of you being the one going to Alausa by yourself to go and search the book, get a lawyer. It's 20,000 naira.
Is that
to pay yeah, search is 15,000, 20,000. You pay, they will give you the document. So when you get a lawyer, the lawyer will go, because sometimes if you go to the secretariat of many of these places, you see a lot of touts around. As you are going to another, some people will be afraid, madam, what do you want? Okay, we can help you. You looking for search? Those people cannot do that with a lawyer. They can do that with you because they will see your face. They will know that like this way. So but when a lawyer is going, a lawyer will never do that. They are not trained to deal with. They are trained to deal with officials, so they will go to the official. Say, is this the right office? I am barrister so and so. I'm here on behalf of my. They will go with a letter. This is a letter on behalf of my client to search for this land. They will now pay, collect receipt. They will now give them receipt. The government will sign. The lawyer too will sign that you got it directly. But if you go, they won't sign. So they'll just take, okay, but okay, and you two will believe. They will not say, where is the document? I need document. This is my number. Call me anytime. So most of the time, we are not even doing what we are. So if you get a lawyer, it's 20,000 they will pay. 15, 20,000 to government. They will get the paper. It's a legal document. If you go ahead with that to buy that land, and government come tomorrow to say there's something, government will pay you because there is a document. So make sure you do your due diligence. If somebody say they want to sell land to you, ask them, what document do you have? Whatever document they have, you will now go and verify that document. They will tell you, I need document to receipts in the family receipts. No problem, give me the family receipts. When you get the family receipt, look at the name of the family there. When you look at the name of the family, go to that location and go and do what we call common sense investment. What's common sense investigation? What's common sense investigation? Go there, sit down with the people in the park where they are doing Okada. Just say, how are you, Kauga? Kaluta family, No, no, this is a Guju family. Kaluta is the other side. You'll be hearing stories at the garage. You'll be hearing history. You are getting information. Go to the mama selling food in the place. All these small shops. Mama, you can buy something of 300 now, 500. Sit down, madam, shop. How much are you paying for this shop? You are investigating. Okay, you are investigating. You are investigating, you are asking questions. Say, if you want to go to Valley, or no, Emmanuel, 3 family, they will give you all the stories. That's common sense investigation. Because if all you have is family receipts, even inside one family, there can be a bastard.
True.
I have bought land before. Same father, same mother. And they are fighting now. One has a faction, another one has a faction. And they are in courts. And they both sold the land to me. They both signed, but now they can't do anything because I know the two of them. I have my own. But anybody now, if you go and buy from this one, you are in trouble. If you buy from this one, you are in trouble. But it's only people like us that are bought from both of them before they fought that are free. So they are all meeting us. Okay, who am I supporting? I say, I'm not supporting anybody because people are foolish. How can you be fighting over the same thing that, So these things happen. Do your due diligence and you'll be good. Don't say because of the possibility of crisis, you will now remain poor because you need real estate to grow wealth.
So basically what you're saying is you can't just get rich by being lazy.
No,
because it takes a lot to go to these properties and sit down and do your investigation. Yeah. So it doesn't even stop with the lawyer. You still have to.
You have a lot to do.
You have to do your own parts and stuff. Okay, so now I think you've said a whole lot of things about due diligence and you've highlighted some mistakes that people make. So as a beginner, are there other mistakes that you think that are common? That you see young realtors making, real estate people, they're just coming up and you're seeing them and you're like, this thing that this person is doing is...
Lack of due diligence is a major mistake. Lack of mentorship is another major mistake. Lack of verification of facts is a major mistake. And lack of training is a major mistake. And then lack of monitoring is also another major mistake, because you see, in this part of the world, you can't just leave land in one place and disappear. There are people watching to say, this land has been here. Everywhere is developing. This one, it depends if you don't die, they will go and resell. We're on this road now. I've been on this road now since 1995. I've been here since 1995. Since that 1995, there are lands here that have been like that. Nobody has touched it. Even on this street now, there's one house there. It's been there for generations. Every time I pass, I'm wondering, who get this house? So if I'm a bad person, I can go and complete the house and pack it.
Just like that.
There are people that do that. It's hard over liar. Do you understand now? Because you have noticed that, okay, 5:10, nobody's coming. All you need to do is, first of all, say someone to go and cut the grass.
Small.
When they cut grass, nobody's coming. Then one day, go and start doing just to go and put 10 block. Nobody coming. 3 months later, before you know, you finish it. There are houses, I can tell you. Wow. There are houses like that. I know people that I'm telling them you are a criminal that built another man's house like that, and nobody has shown up for 15 years. Because the man may have bought, some people will buy land, their husband will not be aware. Some people will buy, wife will not be aware. Some people will buy, children will not be aware. So at the end of the day, you leave it for criminals.
Okay. So to just wrap up these parts, do you have any safe spots that you would advise people to invest in? Do you have any plan or any products?
Well, for us as group,
in Lagos.
Yeah, as a group, integrity and excellence is the hallmark of what we do. So if anyone wants to buy land, I'll tell them, number one, buy from a reputable estate organization or buy directly from government. Okay. So if you want to buy land from us, we have land in different parts of the country. We have in Lagos, we have in Ogun State, we have in Abuja, we have in Uyo, we have in Ibadan, we have all over the country. So if you are interested, just call us. And then we'll let you know what price, what offer is on right now. So we have lands and we have houses. We have 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, we have terrace, we have bungalows, we have detached, we have semi-detached, we have block of flats, luxury apartment. They are all there. But when you contact us, we'll now let you know which location, which price is, because I don't know when people will watch this, and people may be watching it maybe in 5 years' time and then be calling it. So whenever you see this, contact us with all the details, and then we'll let you know what is available at that point. Okay.
So we are aware now. So yes, just like you said, people can watch this 5 years later, 10 years later. But this is May 2024. Just if for reference sake, for the future purposes. So now we know that you are running a promo right now.
Oh, my birthday promo.
Yes.
You want to chop that one?
Happy birthday in advance.
You want to chop that one?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Yeah, the birthday promo now, we're doing 50% discount on 2 major locations. Okay. That is Ikorodu, Reputable Gardens in Ikorodu, and Genesis Estate in Abuja. Those are the 2 major locations. We can do a little in Uyo, maybe some in Ofada, some in Agbara, but the 2 major locations is Reputable Gardens in Ikorodu and Genesis Estate in Abuja. And instead of paying 6 million for the land, because the land is 6 million, then you still pay documentation, you pay developmental, everything is going to almost 10 million. We are doing 50% discount, you just pay 3 million. And that 3 million covers for everything, no hidden charges. Okay. So with 3 million, you get a full plot of land, 450 square meters, within Reputable Gardens Estate, CFO, government approved layout, everything sorted. So you get it and you can now start building. Genesis Estate Abuja, same thing. We're doing at 3 million for 450 square meters. And that has RFO, as government approved layout, and registered survey also. And we have 250 square meters. We do that at 1.5 million for both Ikorodu and Abuja. And we're giving people the birthday one now. You have to pay the first payment before the end of this May.
Okay.
And
so
then
that's
we'll give you
before May 31st.
Yes.
Before May 31st.
Because I'm only doing 54 plots. So my birthday, you know, I'm 54 now. So
54 plots.
Yeah, 54 plots. So if you want to buy, plug in now. If you pay the first deposit before the 31st, you'll be part of the 54. So if you pay 1 million May, June, you pay another 1 million, July, you pay another one. So we'll give you up to 31st of July to finish the payment. Okay. If you are doing 1.5 million, pay 500 this month, 500 next month, and 500 in July. And we're good to go.
Okay, so just so that people have an idea of the instrumental payment, so they don't think that you can pay 1 million and then pay 500 next month, pay next 2 months, pay next 3 months.
No.
So we need to have the time frame of
everything must be wrapped up by the 31st of July. If by 31st of July you have not completed payments, if you from the time you pay, you see there's no refund. We are not refunding your money. You will have to go and look for another buyer that will buy for you to collect your money, because you are paying, we are using to develop. So there's no refund. So if you are not ready to pay in 3 months, just go and look for something. We need serious-minded people that understand the opportunity, because a land of 6 to 10 million, you're getting for 3 million. No. It's not
all
a joke.
documentations, everything complete,
and we'll give you 2 years.
No money 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years to be able to relax and then gather money to come and build. So you are not paying anything. You can resell after 2 years and make more money. You can build.
Okay, there's a resale clause.
Oh, you can resell. It's your land now. Once it's your land, you can do anything with your land.
Okay. So you've heard it directly from the Common Sense Group. So you have till the 31st of May to make your first payment to key in into the birthday discount. So make your payment, and I think some details will be some numbers will be displayed on the screen, and just reach out to us and tell us which of the properties that you'll be interested in. Thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Ask the Guru, your tough questions on real estate edition. So always send your questions in our DM or in our comment section, and we will definitely ask your question. Who knows, you might answer your question one day. Thank you very much. My name is Precious Ochiagha. See you next time.